Today we are crafting using Dollar Tree kitchen towels. They have such a selection every single season, and we are starting with these two pieces of wood planks. You can find these at Dollar Tree. They come in a larger plank style. These are actually leftovers from another project, so we are going to use them. They already had 2 holes on one side, so I'm just going to drill a couple of holes on the opposite side. That way they're going to match. Or you can also fill them in with some wood filler if you do not want that look. I sanded it down smooth because it did leave some splinters. I'm going to dust it really well, and then we're just going to join them together very easily with some popsicle sticks and hot glue. We're going to place 3 of them on the back. Just make sure that the boards are nicely put together and as even as possible. I'm going to give it one pretty heavy coat of DIYbeauty chalk paint in the white. You can choose whatever color you want though, depending on which towel you're going to use for a project. Just use whatever color complements the entire project. All right, so I'm just going to give it one coat, as I mentioned. Now, if any of the little holes fill in with paint, just use a tool just to kind of open them up, and that's it. I did want those holes to really show. While that dries, I am going to use this beautiful Happy Spring towel. It is gorgeous. We're going to use another piece from it here in just a minute, but we're going to use that middle portion, and we're just going to cut off the excess fabric from the outside, and we're going to do a little bit of a wave style on the edges. But again, you can use whatever style you want. It's your project. Because it is a towel, it will leave a few little fuzzies. Don't worry, it'll come off nicely. Just dust them off. All right, now I'm going to use my sanding block, and I am going to use the lighter grit side. I'm just going to lightly sand the board. The paint's already dry, but it does dry a little rough to the touch, so I'm just going to lightly sand it and dust it really well to leave it nice and smooth. We are going to attach the piece of towel right there in the center as possible, and we're just going to hot glue it in place. Once I have it centered, I'm just going to take one side first, add hot glue, fold it backwards, and then do the same thing on the other side. We want to hang this piece. Now you can use whatever you want. You can use ribbon if you'd like. I like using this white nautical rope from Dollar Tree. I just love that it's white and it's just simple to use. I'm just hot glue it on the back and add a little bit of tape. This is going to help it not fray on me. We're going to flip it over again. We're going to add a little swag of greenery and flowers. This greenery pick is from Walmart, but you can use the kind that you find at Dollar Tree as well. I'm just going to make a little swag, tie 2 pieces together in the center with some jute string, remove the excess, hot glue it in place, and then we're just going to hot glue it to the board right on top. These beautiful, vibrant pink flowers are from Dollar Tree. I am going to use the leaves that come with it as well. I'm going to hot glue that first and then the flower right on top. I did the same thing with the other one, and then I'm going to add smaller little flowers just to kind of fill in that middle section. You can use any flower combination you want. I love the pink because it really complements the design of the towel, and I think it's absolutely stunning. I love the color. I love how happy it is. And it says Happy Spring. How can you go wrong with that? For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take this piece of scrap 2x4 I had in my garage. I have tons of scrap wood from different projects. I'm going to sand it down smooth just a little bit using my sanding block, remove any dust from it, and then we're going to paint. But we're only going to paint the bottom and the top. So just both ends, and then a little bit on the sides, on the edges, just about maybe a ½ inch going down. And I'm going to do that on both ends. And then once dry, this is what it should look like. And then we're going to use that bottom portion of the previous towel, and we're going to cover up the wood piece. The towel already had a nice seam on one end, so we're going to use that to be on the bottom of the wood piece. We're going to hot glue it in place, wrapping the entire piece with the towel. Towards the end, we are going to cut off some of the excess and then fold it nice and neat so that the other end that it has a nice seam will be what you see on the outside. And this is what it should look like. I like like it. It looks like a tiny gift. All right, so now we have that excess towel on the top. We're just going to cut it off. Cut it off as close as possible to the edge, but this is why we painted those ends, because it would be nice and smooth transition. I'm going to use my drill, and I'm just going to drill a ton of holes. Now, I over drilled holes, okay, because I wasn't sure how many flower picks I was going to put in it, and I would have rather had too many than not enough. So I'm just going to drill them all in, as you see right there, and then we're going to cut off some of these greenery picks left over from the previous project, and we're just going to hot glue one in each little slot. Again, not all the holes are being used, but just the ones that I need. And then we're going to use some additional pink flowers that I had on hand from Dollar Tree, and we're just going to put those in nicely here and there to add a pop of color. But this is where you can add whatever florals you want. You can use those that are left over from projects you don't know what to do with. Those are the ones that you can use. But I think it's gorgeous. Arrange it as needed, and you can add whatever you want. You can add a sticker to the front. The possibilities are endless. What do you think of this one? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to use two towels. We're going to use this Home Sweet Home and a coordinating towel that looks gorgeous together. We're going to take this pillow that I use as a decorative pillow, and I've created many covers for it, and we're just going to make another one with this one. I'm going to place the pillow right on top of the towel. We're just going to cut off where we need, leaving about a ½ inch to an inch on each side. We're going to flip it inside out, and we're just going to join those ends, leaving one end nicely attached and one open, okay? So we're going to use hot glue. The hot glue attaches amazingly to the towel. I've never had any problems with it. Now that we have one sleeve, we're going to create another sleeve for the other side of the towel using the coordinating towel. We're going to cut off any excess. Again, place a pillow on top. Cut off the excess from the sides. Hot glue as needed. Flip it inside out or outside in. And then we're just going to place the sleeves on each side of the pillow. We're going to start with the one that has the flower design, because then I want to overlap the other one on top. So just going to attach it and just place it in as a sleeve, almost like a shirt. And then once that one was attached, we're going to place the other one overlapping the original one or the first one. And I think it's gorgeous. You can do this with any towels you want. You can do this every season with every seasonal towel that Dollar Tree puts out. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. How fun to use these towels. Let me know what you think of this one. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take the leftover flower towel from the previous project, and we're going to take a piece. I would say it's about 22 inches long and about 4 to 5 inches wide. I'm going to sew it where it's backwards, okay? Because we're going to create fun scrunchies. So I sewed it on the long side, and then we're just going to flip it inside out, and it took some time, but using a dowel really helped. Now I have a piece that looks just like this, and we're going to take this pink elastic band from Dollar Tree. We're going to put a bobby pin right on in through the one side, and then we're going to scrunch in that bobby pin all the way to the other side. Just make sure you hold the elastic on the end, because you don't want it to go through. So once you have it on the other side, we're going to knot both ends of the elastic together. And then once you knot it, you want to cut off any excess elastic and then hide the knot inside of the fabric. Okay, just kind of push it in and hide it. Now you want to overlap both ends, one on top of each other, just like that. Now I wanted to make 3 of these, so I'm going to repeat the process 2 more times. I want to create 3 scrunchies, 1 for me, 2 for my daughter, and I repeated the process exactly the same. Now, once you've done all the steps and you overlap both ends, then you want to tie it together to seal everything in, and look how stunning they look. How fun is this? And they're made out of towel. They're perfect for swimming outside in the pool in the summer. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I have another video here for you with tons more of Dollar Tree DIY crafts inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.